Hey, I'm Pat Shanley. This is A Few Beers With, and today I'm having a few beers with Kimbles Hume.
Yes, hello.
An amazing comedian. Comic?
I'll take the
one with the two
generic.
N's and the E, or just comedian A-N?
Comedian
Okay.
A-N, yeah.
That's a weirdly gendered, why would there be a
I don't know, they do it all the time, right?
It's not comedian O or
no.
anything. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. You have an accent. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that just from hearing you immediately. Yeah. Tell me where you're from.
Originally from just down the road from Wimbledon in London.
Really?
Yes.
Did you go to Wimbledon?
I did. Oh, front row, 15 years in a row.
Did you compete in Wimbledon?
No, I have played on the grass courts right outside Wimbledon.
Have you
I'm a
really?
big tennis player. Now I'm pickleball because I'm ridiculous.
Obviously.
But yeah, I've played tennis all my life, and I've got the last ball. I'm a big tennis fan. I've got the last ball that Stefan Edberg played with, and he hit me the ball in the crowd, and I've still got it, prized possession.
I know exactly who that is.
I'm a big fan.
So.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know who Stefan Edberg is.
Serve and volley.
Do Americans know who that is?
Thighs like tree trunks. He was my favorite.
Oh, all right. Now you're speaking my language there. Do you think you got into tennis because you grew up in the shadow of Wimbledon, or?
No, I'm very sporty. I'm all the time. I'll do sport 5 hours a day if I can.
Let me just say where we are first, because I should have done it at the beginning.
Yes.
We're at Green Cheek Beer Company. We're in Oceanside. They have locations like all over though in the OC. I think this is the only one in San Diego.
Yeah, there's one in Orange.
Have you been here before?
Yes, I have. Yes.
To this location,
Yes.
or just Green Cheek in general?
Yes.
Because this place is
location.
unbelievable. I'm not saying that because they're hosting us. This place is genuinely
it's super cool. It's like 5 different rooms.
It's
and
huge.
There's a wedding party going on.
There is genuinely.
It's amazing.
We're crashing somebody's wedding right now.
I'm gonna go tell jokes there afterwards. So.
Amazing. You should turn this into another gig.
I know.
Sorry, that is a great segue actually, because you were telling me before we started, you did 2 gigs today.
Yes.
One of them was a corporate gig.
Yes.
And then the other one was...
The other one was Don't Tell Comedy, which is generally fantastic.
Okay.
But yeah, I did shit, so it wasn't. But that's the joy of comedians up in life. Yes, last night was epic, so it is what it is. But no, today I did a lunchtime gig that was, they were all cooking a bunch of, I thought it was going to be like mimosa mummies, you know, and I got there dressed in my cute little outfit, realizing that it was a law firm cooking tamales, and then it was lunchtime, they were drinking water, they were not ready for my queef jokes, and it was a bit of a disaster.
You said queef jokes plural.
My queef jokes plural. You're right, and you actually only have one. No, it is double. It is a double queef joke. And then I was like, I'll drop the cocaine joke. That's probably not going to go down well with the lawyers.
No,
but I was headlining. That's
joke.
the problem. When you're headlining, you're like, I haven't got many jokes that I can pull out of my set.
What percentage of your set is queef jokes? If you had to put a number on it.
I mean, if you're talking in the general area, do you know what? I often say that I will I tell people I work clean. I get away with it. Being a middle-aged British blonde woman.
Yeah, you're wearing pearls.
Like, literally, I can get up there and say queef, wanker, whatever I want, and say to people I do clean comedy. Because I can just get away with it. I just do it with a little jazz hands and a wink. And
nice.
I'm totally
that would
fine.
sell it, I feel like.
But yeah, I reckon my comedy style is just... It's like Naughty Mum, but it's just on that edge.
Okay.
You know, it's just on the edge where I can, do it on a church and not go to hell. But it's, it's edgy enough that the kids like it too. Sometimes.
Is wanker a bad word in the U.S.?
I was going to say the C word, but I thought wanker was more appropriate.
C word is worse here, I feel like, than it is in the UK.
I thought the wanker was more appropriate for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
How'd you end up in America? What brought you over here?
Publishing. I used to work for a big publishing company that owned Variety back in the UK, and then so studied marketing at university, and then moved over. Did publishing over here. I was in San Diego for a bit, and then moved up. Worked at Variety for 10 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If people don't know, I used to work at The Hollywood Reporter. You used to work at Variety.
Yeah.
And
arch enemies.
We were arch
for a
enemies.
while.
I still actually kind of feel that a little bit. I'm sitting here. That's why we're farther apart than we normally are. Normally, I sit on the guest lap. My time at THR was, I don't know if we overlapped. When did you leave Variety? I'm not trying to
like 12 years ago.
Okay. So let's see, what year is it right now? I started at THR in 2015. I was on the editorial side, so I started off, I rolled out the magazine onto the website, which is the absolute worst job that you can have there.
Right.
You're like in a dungeon, basically.
Yeah.
It sucks. And then I worked from there. I started doing nights and weekends, and I ran the news desk until eventually I was the video game editor, which is like something that they had never had before. So I got to work on that side of it, but you were on the marketing side, which is like a way different world than what
I was on
doing.
the marketing side, and do you know what? It was the opportunity of a lifetime for the right person. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But for me, it was just so I lived down in Redondo Beach. I lived by the beach. My husband and I love beer. We love partying at the beach. It's just, and I would go in I'd drive into Hollywood. It was an hour in to get there. And then everyone else would be going out to all these like big Hollywood parties. All I wanted to do was just get back to the beach. Get back to my little kind of weekend life. They were like, wait, you could be going for dinner with Leonardo DiCaprio, or you want to go home and like watch TV.
Is that an actual example, or is that?
That was
Did you stiff
dinner with a
Leonardo
group
DiCaprio?
of 20 as opposed to dinner one-on-one.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have
Still
that
though,
would have swung it.
if Leo was there.
Absolutely. Like the parties just didn't. The entertainment, the parties in LA just didn't interest me.
That's the coolest thing I've ever
It's
heard.
just never. I don't know. I think the people that hired me just didn't understand. They're like, what? Like why? I loved the work. But the glitz and glamour just didn't do it for me.
And yet, here you are wanting to be on stage doing.
Now, well, this is the irony.
Yeah,
I left Variety in a blaze of glory, or disglory, as some people say it. So when they were bought by another company, and there was like 250 people employed with Variety. And on the day they left, only one person in the whole company was let go. That person being me. Which is brutal. It's a little brutal.
You lost your job.
It's a little brutal. Actually, I took it as a massive compliment. It was like, damn, I pissed someone
You must
off.
have really been. Yeah, exactly.
I did something.
It was Leonardo DiCaprio. It was like,
oh my god! I walked out. What's that movie? Jerry Maguire style. Who's with me? And I was like, oh shit, it's just me. No one's with me.
You know what? That's a blaze of glory.
Yeah, it's great, and it was fantastic to get away. And I was like, fucking hate entertainment. I'm done. I don't like. For me, entertainment is not my thing. And then off I went to San Diego. I love it down here, and now here I am crawling back in entertainment in the worst possible way anyone can as a comedian.
Oh no, not at all.
Just clawing my way back as the
First off, I feel like
pond
crawling.
scum of entertainment.
That is what most people think about when they hear comedy. Oh, pond scum.
Yes.
I will say I'm a musician, and the difference between the two is much different. Not just like personality-wise, but like the industry, because you're alone.
Yes.
You have to go up there by yourself.
Yeah.
Must be nerve-wracking all the time. How did you get into this?
I've always been a freelance writer on the side as well. I love writing. I could sit in a coffee shop and write all day long.
Wait, what type of writing? Romance novels?
No, I mean, a little bit. Well, weirdly, when I had my kids, I got into writing like poems, but like funny Dr. Seuss poems.
Amazing.
That were like kid style, but they'd always end up very rude. Like the twist at the end would end up not kid style.
Queef.
Yes, exactly. And I would just be doing a story about the trees and the leaf, and then queef would be my twist.
You have a gift.
It was a problem. And so, yes. And then I was like, how can I... And the other thing, I was writing, and the two things for me, the writing and the people interaction. And I was getting the love of the writing. I was like, I was stuck in a room. And I was like, if I produce a book or if I put this online, how am I getting that people interaction? I was like, hang on, I need to take this to the stage. And because they were all just big jokes, really. They were just weird rhyming jokes. So I just twisted it, and I'm very, very headstrong, and I just told my husband over a date one night, I was like, so I'm going to go to the Comedy Store and do an open mic and do stand-up comedy next week.
That is amazing. Did he come with you, or did you go solo?
No, I went by myself.
Yeah, because you don't want him out there.
No. Well, we had 3-year-old twins at the time.
So you left him at home with the babies.
Yeah, which I now do 4 nights a week.
Oh, amazing. Look at you.
Yeah.
For going and
He's
bombing in front of lawyers.
Yeah,
well, actually, he didn't bomb the lawyer.
I did a bit.
That's an unbelievable story.
Just queefed in front of lawyers. It's the new bomb.
This is the other thing about comedy that's so much different than music. I feel like bombing is part of comedy. Even when you get like high level comedy, people just bomb. It's just part of comedy, right?
Absolutely.
How do you?
It's a rite of passage.
How do you
in
do
fact,
it?
The day you walk away feeling great about your first bomb is a massive win.
Have you gotten to that point yet?
All
or
the
you still-
time.
Okay.
All the time. Twice today.
It was like,
epic.
I ate shit up there.
Yeah. And it's epic. I mean, it happens less often now.
Yeah.
To the point that when it does happen, I love it. You relish it. You lean in, and it is, it's.
Is it crowd dependent? I feel like the crowd makes a huge difference in comedy. Like, sometimes it's not your
you
fault.
can blame
right?
it on the crowd. Yeah, it's
You should. That's what I would do.
it's you can say it's crowd dependent, but no, if you're good enough, you figure out the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of the job
Yeah.
too. Is
My
like
motto
figuring-
is the younger and hotter the crowd, the shitter they are.
it's hotter.
So if they're like 22 and hot, they're rubbish.
God, I was gonna ask if
They're
hot
too
was.
PC. They're too like it.
So hot people are not funny.
No, that's
Okay.
my motto.
Get it. That's my problem. That's why I'm not a comedian.
Well, they don't get it. They don't get it. Yeah. So.
It's hard for me to tell when you say like something like hot. I'm like, is that the same in English as it is in American?
Yeah,
Like English.
yeah. I've said that a few times tonight, and it's. I'm confused myself now. I've been here 16 years, and I just went back, and all my British friends think I'm full on American.
But you have
I
a
have people
full-on accent. I feel like you haven't lost it
No,
like
in
at
England,
all.
people were asking me if I was American or Canadian.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Canadian.
They
Oh.
can't hear it. They can't hear the accent. At
I
all.
hear it.
So yeah, it's
Now you're
it's
lost
crazy.
between worlds.
Yeah. I did say garage the other night, and someone said, "What's a garage?" I'm like, "What's a garage? It's the thing you put your car in." I'm like, "Oh, garage."
That's a perfect
Garage.
example of a bad audience. That
Yeah.
person's an idiot
There you
if they
go.
can't
There you
figure
go.
out
They
from
can't
context
figure it
clues.
out. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about the beer just for a second
Yes.
because it's very good. I'm drinking the Citra Crush. It's just two things, Citra Crush. This beer is 8.7%, which is why I still have so
I
much
chose
left.
it specifically.
The end of this podcast will be just
So
falling
he
on
just
the
says
floor,
more
yeah.
stupid stuff than I do. That's why.
I'm going to do that regardless if I have beer or not. I'm not sure. What are you drinking?
Mine's
here?
7 points. Mine's 7 points.
Oh, so we're both.
It says drink while smiling, which we can do. I love the branding. It's super cute. There's parrots all over the place. This is member Rakau.
Okay, that was a nice pronunciation.
I don't know if I did that right. Oh, and now I'm touching his ASMR microphone as well. So
Yeah, Rich, our
I'll be
producer,
screwing that
CIA
up.
mics.
Yeah.
all the time. He bugged us.
Doing weird parrot noises. But yeah, it's so cool here. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great brewery. We both have, I mean, other than the entertainment trade that we were both related to, we both interviewed Kobe Bryant, which we
both
learned
interviewed
right
Kobe
before the
Bryant.
start.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
What a rad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met Kobe. He was doing his. I met Kobe. I talked to him for 3 seconds on a red carpet. We're best buddies. You know, I was there at the funeral. He was doing his documentary, whatever year that was, and not only is he gigantic, so it's struck by that. He was like, I don't know how to say this, like, without seeming like it's almost like he's incredibly intelligent.
Yes.
Like you got that like immediately.
Oh,
from
absolutely.
talking to
That
him, you know?
Mamba mentality comes through just with his the way he talks.
Yeah, I was
to you.
shocked by just
Yes.
how immediately I was like, wow, this guy like really.
Yeah.
It makes sense that this guy is where he is.
Yeah, I interviewed him. As soon as I walked in, he was like, "What's up, shorty?" And I was like, "All right, I guess to you."
You said the same thing to
I'm
me.
5'8", and he said, "Did he say it with a wink and a nod and a slap of the ass?"
He did, yeah. Is that what happened to you?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, he's a gentleman.
But yeah, what's up, shorty? And he was just. I interviewed him a couple of times. One was for a longer session that we were doing. But yeah, it's because I worked for Dr. Patrick Soon-Seong, who was a part owner of the Lakers. So we did a bunch of content with the Lakers. So I got to interview like him and Dwight Howard and Steve Nash and a couple of all of that crew, which was awesome. What an experience.
How was it working for a billionaire?
As you probably expect, working for a billionaire was. Just as I left Variety, I was like, nothing gets harder than that.
Turns out
it does. Yes. Billionaires believe that they can make, they can just make anything happen and do anything exactly the way they want to do it, and they throw enough money at it, and half the time, 99% of the time, that is absolutely accurate.
I was gonna say, he made it there.
Really frustrating. He's like, that's not the right way to do it. He's like, well, let's make it the right way to do it. And that can be a little tough.
What's like the craziest thing that you did while you were working for him?
Oh gosh, just if anyone didn't like what we were doing, we'd just buy them. I mean, it was just like
Not like the human being.
Just buy them, the stuff, not the human being. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. No, it was just whatever you could do to just make happen what would happen. We just, the companies would just buy up, and it was just insane.
Was it travel crazy all the time?
Travel, it was lots of private jets. That was fun. So yeah, it was a phenomenal experience. As was variety. I feel like I got a little bit of PTSD from some of it. It's like, it sounds so horrible to shit on like what people's dream jobs would be, but when they're that high pressure, it's bananas to me. Now people think I've got a high pressure job. It's nothing to me. Like, I perform in a theater for 1,000 people opening for Adam Carolla. And I don't blink. That is not high pressure to me. High pressure was what I was in before. It was nuts.
That's amazing to me because you weren't a performer until you started doing this, correct?
I sung in a band for like
Did you?
12
oh my God!
years.
Okay, you got to tell me what.
Yeah. So I sung in a band. It was called Tone Deaf.
Awesome.
Supposed to be ironic. It wasn't actually.
It was actually just
the problem.
spot on, completely genuine.
Nailed it. So no, I've always been a performer. This was the weird thing. All I wanted to do all my life was either perform or be a professional sports person.
Okay.
And then I went
playing sports. You mean?
Playing sports, or being a PE teacher, just being in sport, something.
That's a professional sports person.
There you go. And I went 15 years down the wrong track of focusing on marketing and PR. It was in my family, and I did all that. And now here I am, having gone through all that shit. Out the other end, and all I do is perform and play sport. I bike Century bike competitions all the time.
Really?
I love it. I cycle like 70 miles a week. I'm obsessed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's just like it's just so funny. It's so nice to be able to eventually come back to where you thought you should have been all along.
Well, it's great. It's inspiring.
I feel like I wasted that little 15 years in between, but it was a great experience, but not where I wanted to be, and then I ended up where I did, so I love that.
Good, that's amazing.
A special delivery for you guys.
Whoa!
Yes, our beers are our best, obviously, but our lavender lemonade is very popular. It's a seltzer, so for the non-beer drinkers, and I'll give you a little
Love
taste
it.
of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Lavender seltzer.
Whoa, holy cow.
You did the right. You sniffed it first.
I always do that because I think it makes me look sophisticated, but in general, it's actually very good. Oh my goodness.
That is good.
Yeah. Is this also 8% alcohol by volume?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going to die on this podcast.
No, it's 12.
It's 12. It's turpentine.
Yeah.
The just two things is strong, but it's good.
It is. It's very good. Yeah, we were actually just praising the beers as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Those non-beer drinkers. We got a little bit of everything for everyone.
It's even got the parrot vibe with the purple.
It does, yeah, absolutely. That's Nikki, by the way, and she's one of the bartenders, and she's fantastic. I wanted to ask you about Adam Carolla because I saw because you have worked with him before a couple times, haven't you?
Yeah.
How'd you get hooked up with him? Just he saw one of your sets, or
just no, I opened for him. That's the way you do it. It's all the networking. I opened for him at a show at the Belly Up in Solana Beach.
Oh, I didn't know they did music. I knew they did
comedy,
music.
yeah.
I didn't know they did comedy. Yeah.
They don't. They do a little bit. I produce shows there as well.
Okay.
They're super fun under Bits Comedy, so check one of them out.
Amazing.
But yes, they do the Odd Comedy Show, which is super fun. So through my producing there, I opened for him there. And then went on and did a bunch of other shows with him up the West Coast last year, which was super fun. Like big theater shows.
That's incredible.
Hopping around from San Francisco to Fresno to all Vegas and all over. Yeah, it was awesome.
What's the comedy world like when you're in it? Is it super competitive? I'm just comparing everything to music because that's like the world that I come from.
Yeah.
Music is funny because it's a lot more collaborative. You know, like I said earlier, you're not on your own.
Yeah.
So like with comedy, it's a lot more like this going on, or
if there is, I try to keep myself very much out of it. I think there's so many times I wish that I got into it earlier, but the fact that I didn't might be my saving grace. Because honestly, I've come into this as a wife, a mum. I don't have time to like faff around after shows and like, shag 3 guys that were on the show.
That was the most British sentence
Sorry.
that's ever said. I was stuck on mum, and then he went even farther.
Mum, faff, and shag.
Yeah,
in
that
one
was very
sentence
good,
is about. Do you understand it?
No, I have no idea what's going on. I'm completely lost.
Okay, so I'm Miss American. I'm a mom. I don't have time to pussy around and fuck a bunch of dudes on the show.
Perfect. Now
Okay,
we're
okay,
all
we got it,
speaking
we
the
got
same
it,
language.
we got it.
Rich is not along.
There you go. So it's right, and I'm not like dating comedians, and you've got all that extra layers of stress that the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds are going through. I don't have any of that. I show up, I do my shit, I get out of it.
Nice.
Is there competition? Yes. Is there jealousy? Of course. It's like, why did that person get that gig and you didn't?
Yeah.
I definitely got my niche. I know it. I tried to fit in and be cooler for a while than I was, and I was like, you know what? My jokes are mummy vibe because I am a mum. My jokes are about my husband because I have a husband.
Yeah, I love
it.
that.
It is what it is. You lean in, and now I love it. Like I loved when I just did a show tonight, and I got a blank look from like a bunch of the 22-year-olds, and then I walked back, and there was this like super cute, like this older, I want to say older, like 55-year-old, older than me. I meant the old lady sitting back. She's like, I thought you were hilarious.
Nice.
And I was like, that's what it's all about. You got to find your audience.
Totally.
And to the 40 to 65-year-old age group, I'm naughty, and they're like, woohoo, she's so edgy.
She's so
and I love that, and that's what it's all about. But I do like a night when if I can make the 22-year-olds laugh, I'm like, that's a good night.
Yeah, I can
Last
definitely.
night, yeah, like you just get good days and bad days, and
Yeah.
you just got to know your audience, and it's not worth a fight. Just be who you are, and you know.
I think that's a major difference, right? When you play songs, especially because you know a song's going to work, it works every time. If a song works, a song works.
Yes.
But a joke could not work in front of, you could say it the same, you could present it the same way,
Yeah.
and it could still like fall flat.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. But I find this very interesting as well. So when you're like navigating your set, you see some comedians. I've always, until recently, probably still now, I'll look at the audience. Let's say it's a bunch of lawyers, and I'll edit my set accordingly, and say this is what I'm going to do. And you try to like target your jokes around who that audience is, right? A lot of comedians are like, absolutely not. I may take it or leave it.
That's pretty
And
punk rock.
I think that's actually quite refreshing.
Yeah.
So I've started leaning a little bit more that direction. I'm like, listen, this is me. These are my jokes. Like I get a bunch of people that just go, your jokes have, you know, that you'll put yourself like this mummy comic, but all your jokes have dad energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, dad energy it is. And it's just, someone said it to me, I was like, I let it go in one ear and out the other.
Oh, that
Just
sounds like a nice thing.
Dad energy style. But yeah, it's a weird thing. But
I think this is a fun question to ask of anybody because you remember the shittier gigs more than you remember the good gigs oftentimes. What's the worst hell gig that you ever had?
other than the one 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, actually, if you want to pull that one.
Other than the lawyers at lunchtime.
Other than the hot 22-year-olds.
Yeah. Oh, God. There was one brutal gig, which was really unlike me. I went completely blank for 90 seconds.
Jesus.
Didn't say a word.
That's an eternity.
It wasn't like 10 seconds. It was legit a minute and a half.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I'm sorry. Everyone started cheering, which was worse. You're like, this is brutal. This was early on. This was like 2 years in, but it was brutal and it sticks in my mind forever.
God.
Yeah, that was about as rough as it gets.
Was it at like a big club or was it?
No, it was the opposite. In fact, that would have been better. It was during COVID, and it was by a trash can around the back of a club with 20 open mic comics.
Were you in an alleyway?
Yeah.
You were in an alleyway,
Absolutely.
an actual legitimate alleyway.
We did all open mics in
Oh my gosh,
alleyways.
amazing.
Yeah, and they were so fun. But it was brutal because it was only ever open mic comics that came out for this show.
Yeah.
So we were all doing the same jokes week after week and not getting the same reaction because we were all hearing the same jokes every week.
And you're just bombing next to a
So it's like,
trash
I gotta
can.
bring something new. Like, I stunk worse than the trash can. And we had to bring something new, and I was like, I got nothing new, and I just stood there hoping something would come to me, and I just completely blank. And bombing in front of comics is way harder than bombing in front of audience members.
Really? I feel like they'd be more into it because they've all done it to some degree.
They're more into it. You're just not more into it.
Oh,
They
so you're
love
just
it. They're
eating
like,
shit in front of your
you're
peers, yeah.
bombing. Yeah.
Did you have a microphone or were you just literally standing next to a garbage can?
I don't know. We all
like
had
you
a
were
microphone.
giving a TED talk.
We
in
had a
an
microphone.
alleyway.
The people that cared put the little condoms on the microphones, like microphone condoms during COVID. They were like these little, I don't know,
I think that's what they were
hairnets.
technically called.
You'd put the hairnet over the condom and then you'd hold the microphone. And there was no cover on the microphone. So then you'd walk off, you'd take the hairnet, you do this, like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh,
It was
man.
a disaster. But it was so fun. We did a bunch of open mics on Fiesta Island as well.
Oh, okay.
So we just go on the sand and we just literally just take a little AV setup and just sling out jokes. It was amazing.
This is so stupid, but every time I hear Fiesta Island, I know that it's a place. But there used to be this like inflatable thing.
Yes.
Let's tell one of my own stories here. A buddy of mine was always in legal trouble. He had a ankle bracelet, but he was rich. I'm sorry for telling this. He had a house up in Tahoe, and he figured out, because he took a rope, and he figured how far he could go out before it started to beep. So he floated it out, then tied it off, and we would go out on Fiesta Island, the big floating thing,
Yeah.
and just drink beers. And we might have been underage. I don't know, whatever.
It's genius. I remember we did the same thing. We used to go drinking and floating on Fiesta Island, and the police, obviously you weren't allowed to drink open.
Yeah.
What's it called? Open can
Open
law
container.
on the beach. You're not allowed
Yeah.
to drink on the beach. And we're like, we're not on the beach. We're not on the
Technically-
beach. And we got away with it.
Really?
We got away with it. But like, listen, we don't have an open can. As long as you're in the floaty on the ocean, you got
Shows
it.
you the
kids.
power of confidence, kids. If you just say it with enough
That's
conviction.
the way
then
to
I
do
feel like you
it.
get away.
Yeah.
Growing up in England, what type of beers did you drink? Also, do you call it England, the UK? What do you say when you're...
I say England, I think.
Okay.
What type of beers did I drink? Oh, God. Foster's. How bad is that?
Foster's? Not at all what I
I
expected.
did. I drank Foster's, which is weird. I wasn't a bitter girl,
Okay.
which obviously is that warm lager that you get
Yeah,
from
gross.
the
Wait, oh my God, did you have the room temperature beers there?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What is wrong
We call
with
it,
you
you call it a pint of bitter, but it's not what you guys know as bitter. So it is confusing.
Yeah, I understand.
It's not what you guys know as a bitter here. It's that warm beer, which is a pint of bitter.
Why? What is with your cuisine
I
over
don't
there?
know. I don't know.
Everything is insane.
I do a Guinness, and then the extra cold Guinness came out. I know, it's just... the cuisine's getting better. I asked someone the other day what their favourite British food was, and they said McDonald's. And I was like, oh, dear.
That's our greatest exploit.
It's
Yeah.
a problem.
What's the worst British food?
What's the word? Oh, black pudding.
Oh, I've had black pudding. It's like
Congealed
blood pudding,
pig's
right?
blood.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
my God. Ugh.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
What was the best food you had when you came to America that you didn't have over there? Where you were like, oh my God, these is clearly the greatest country.
A
on the planet.
California burrito.
That's the correct answer. It was actually a test, and you passed it.
Ah, yes.
They are the best
it's
food
just
in the
insane.
entire world.
Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh.
My
Kimbles-
go-to hangover after too many of these.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, go-to.
That's a great question
Yeah.
too. I never really thought about
There
that
you go.
question. You had a bar trick, but we don't have coasters,
Yes.
so we can't do it. But I wanted to talk to you about that. You said you're very good at flipping.
Yeah,
coasters.
I will flip coasters all day long. You flip them and you catch them, and I've earned a lot of money off this.
You've actually hustled.
Oh, I
people
will
doing it.
absolutely hustle men in bars. I've earned kisses. I've earned dates. I've just demolished male egos, which is something. Which is
It is
always
amazing to me that
entertaining.
that is like a turn on for men to be like, oh, this lady's really good at flipping coasters upside down. Clearly, she'd be a good mother for my children.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Is that how you met your husband?
Is that how I met my husband? No, but I've met my husband. He'd been drinking absinthe. He was on a break. He was on a Ross and Rachel break style with his long girlfriend.
Nice.
And we met down in Mission Beach. And
Oh, you met in San Diego?
yeah, met in
Okay.
San Diego. Yeah. So we met on St. Patrick's Day. So I was at least six green beers down.
I met my wife. I was intoxicated as I said the sentence. While I was 3 sheets to the wind as well.
There you go.
My dog had just died, and I was at a bar. And I just talked about my dead dog the entire time. Then she was like, "This should be the father of my children." And clearly, she has decision-making problems.
Oh gosh, dead dogs. Dead dogs.
All right, Kimbles, what's your favorite drinking game? Actually, are there British drinking games that we don't have in the States?
Yeah, I have some really weird British friends. So shoe drinking was probably my
Oh,
favorite.
we have those. Shoeies, where you drink out of a shoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the mustier, the grosser the shoe, the
Yeah.
better.
Oh, God.
So you're just pouring a
I
pint.
love that
and
that's
then-
international. Jesus Christ.
And then just taking the shoe out and down in your shoe. That was good. And then Ring of Fire.
I
Card
don't think I know
game.
that one.
That one's carnage. So everyone's drinking different drinks, and then every time something goes wrong, you put a little bit in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
disaster.
God, that's a nasty game.
Drinking games were my jam growing up. I did like it.
Do you have beer pong in the UK?
No. So that was brand new to me when I moved to here. Beer
Really?
pong and flip cup.
You would destroy Flip Cup, I feel like.
I'm
That's,
pretty,
yeah.
pretty good at flip cup. And beer pong as well. I love. Both of those were brand new to me. We'd sit around the room and play cards for ages, and then just things like this. You know this one?
Yeah.
It's just the basic, like we were like.
Of course.
you can't go into a British pub without someone doing this still.
Oh, really? That's like part of it.
Absolutely. If there's like 6 or more of you, you'll just suddenly do this. And you're like, oh shit, you got it. And obviously my husband's American, so we get him every time.
Nice.
As soon as we go home, he's just rat-assed from this happening all day long.
Rat-assed? Is that what you said?
Rat-assed, yeah.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Oh, I got some good words for drunk.
God, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rat-ass means drunk.
Rat-ass means drunk.
Okay, I'm going to work that into my lexicon
wankered.
immediately. Yeah. Wankered, I've heard. Rat-ass, though.
Yeah, rat-ass is
immediately going in. Is there a major difference in pub culture over there as there is like beer culture or bar culture over here?
Yeah, just that it happens day in, day out, 5 times a day.
Over there?
Yes.
Yeah? They're
That's
just
the difference.
rat-assed all the time?
I mean, I don't get it hit. Like, I miss it. I massively miss pub culture.
You miss just getting shit-faced?
Yeah. So maybe I just miss culture. But, like, it's, you know...
Oh, my God. Hey. This is a patriotic podcast.
I do. No, I miss... I do. It's, like... Everything revolves around meeting someone at the pub.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's brilliant. It's just like you go to the movies and you meet for a quick drink first, and then like dinner's at the pub as well because the food's so good now. I know it's not. I know it wasn't, but it's so much better now.
Right.
And it's just everything's around. You can have 3 dates in one night, which is the other best thing. You can do a 6 o'clock pub date, a 9 o'clock pub date, and then at 11 o'clock just if the late night pubs are open. And it's just like. To me, like my brother's just recently moved to New York, but I used to just be able to like bounce around and meet a friend, meet my brother, meet a date, and just like London was epic. The pubs are next level.
You know, we don't have that at all here.
I had my job interview in a pub. I had my job interview for my
for a pub.
My very first job. No, it was for the publishing
to be a driver?
company. For
Like
the publishing company that owned Variety.
Really?
My very first job. With my boss, who was called Jez, who was rad. We had the very first interview was in the pub. We had about three pints each, and we just sat there and we talked about the job and what we
were
do.
they 8.7%?
No,
because
unfortunately the Brits don't have that. But yeah, that was it. We was the pub right by the office, and honestly, we carried on. I got the job, and then for the next 4 years, he was my boss, and we carried on having our usual Friday
all the
afternoon
business meetings were there.
We moved them up to 2 p.m. and then we just went to the pub. At 2
I gotta
p.m.
tell you, it's a good judge of character if you can see, like, you see somebody with a couple beers in them, and you know if you want to work with them.
Yeah. Well, he vomited on his shoes at the end of it, and I didn't tell anyone.
Oh,
so
this guy absolutely rules. And now he's a billionaire.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh my God, Kimbles Hume, you're an amazing person.
Oh,
you're very
thank
funny.
you.
Do you have any dates coming up that you want to plug?
No, I perform a bunch, but tomorrow I perform 2 to 3 times a week all around San Diego. So come out, and I'm always looking for new venues to produce a comedy show as well.
Amazing.
So literally I'll come to your venue or your home for your dad's 60th, whatever's happening.
If you have a meeting with a bunch of lawyers.
60th, whatever.
wedding.
No lawyers. I'm drawing a line at lawyers these days.
Oh, this was it.
I'm done with
You're out of
those.
luck, lawyers.
Yeah, lawyers and doctors are off the table. But if you're not one of those, let's do a show. I'm on Kimbles Hume on Instagram or Facebook, and then the production company I run is Bits Comedy on both of those as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Cheers.
It's nice to have a few beers with you.
Yes, cheers.
Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen.